Good morning and welcome to Cawfeetawk. Okay, so confession time. This is the fourth time I have started Cawfeetawk. First, I get 7 minutes in and Michael calls. And the whole thing shuts off. I'm like, really? Then I start again and Charlie comes in asking for raspberries. After I set her up with all her breakfast, really? Then I start again. Max comes in. Can you change the show? I go, really? This is a joke. This is a joke. Anyway, good morning and welcome to Cawfeetawk. So Lent season is upon us. And last night I was thinking about what I'm going to give up for Lent. And I was laughing because I make New Year's resolutions all the time. And I never keep them. But whatever I give up for Lent, I stick to. Like I never deviate. And I thought, isn't it interesting that what I do for myself, I don't keep up with. But what I do for God, I keep up with. It's interesting. That is interesting to me. I'm going to have to give that some thought. Anybody else? So this Lent season, I was thinking about what I wanted to give up. And there are a couple of the norms. One of the ones I give up for Lent every year is sweets because I'm addicted to dessert. So it is a sacrifice for me. But I was thinking about the word sacrifice and how many of us sacrifice so much during the day all the time, regardless of whether it's for God, for unicorns, for yourself, for whatever. How many times we would love to have the time to go to the gym, but we sacrifice that hour because we've got to do other things. Or we would love to be the person that does their hair and makeup all the time, but we have 3 children who need raspberries and different television shows, whatever it is. Day to day, we sacrifice so much, but what could I really give up or take out of my life that would bring me closer to the person I want to be? I don't think, yes, Lent technically is a religious thing, but I don't think that taking things out of your life to bring you closer to who you want to be has to be a religious thing. Think about some of the things that we do in our day-to-day life that if we removed would help us become the person that we know we really are and that we're meant to be. Let's take comparison. How many of us, as we've talked about before, compare our highlight reels, our blooper reels to other people's highlight reels? We look on Facebook, we hear them out talking about how great their marriage is, how beautiful their children are, how great their job is, whatever. And we find ourselves comparing their life to ours and thinking, oh, I struggle so much in my marriage. I have to work so hard at it. My kids are driving me crazy. My son's going through whatever at school, whatever it is. I can't lose the last 5 pounds, blah, blah, blah. But comparison is the greatest sucker of joy. The greatest. Comparison will suck every ounce of joy that you have. What if we removed comparison for 40 days? Just no matter what, we were not going to compare our life to anybody else's. We were just going to check in with our own self and our own life and water the grass in our own lawn and not look at anybody else's. Would we have more joy? I bet we would. What about impatience? Oh my. I have decided that for the next 40 days, whenever I start to feel anxiety about a situation that is out of my control, about something that is not happening in the time that I want it to happen, that I'm going to repeat a mantra. Like, remember when Chandler on Friends, or was it Joey? One of them, when they wanted to stop smoking, they put it on the tape and they stuck it under the pillow. That's what I'm going to do. When it is meant for you, Jamie, when it is your time, it will happen. If it is meant for you. If it is not, it will not happen. And let it repeat, because I have become such an impatient person. I'm impatient with my kids. I'm impatient at work because I've allowed it to all consume me. I have to stop. I have to stop. And another thing, going through the motions. My girlfriend sent me this list on Facebook and I love her for it because I was looking at this list and I'm like, going through the motions. What if I gave up just going through the motions? I used to make my kids lunch and smile and put so much thought into what was going into their lunchbox. I used to write them little notes. And I feel so busy and consumed that I go through the motions. like a conveyor belt, just putting things in, getting them zipped, throwing them in the backpacks, throwing them in the car. It's like going through the motions. Where's the joy? I'm missing the joy. And this is not the person that I have worked so hard over the last 10 years to be. I didn't work this hard to be the person who goes through the motions. I want to find the joy in the little things. I spent so much of my life not smelling the roses. I spent so much of my life not even seeing the roses. I need to smell the roses. I need to see the joy in the little things. I used to love pitching as a publicist. It used to fire me up to get on the phone with an editor and pitch a story and nail it. And now it's become so mechanical to me because I'm so overwhelmed, and I'm better than that. What if I sort of eliminated that as opposed to like, I don't know, cookies or something, what about negativity? What if we just decided for the Lent season we were going to give up negativity? No self-loathing, meaning no more, I'm so fat, I'm not good enough, whatever. No negativity on social media at all. No negativity on television or on the radio. How many times we hear like a Nicki Minaj song come on or something like that, and it's words that are not good for our ears. We don't need that. What if we really for 40 days made a conscious effort to eliminate negativity from our life? I think our eyes would become so open to how much negativity is really surrounding us on a day-to-day basis. If someone comes to you to say something bad about someone else and you go, I gave up negativity for Lent. Sorry, can't listen to the gossip. You see something on Twitter and you want to respond, but you gave up negativity for Lent. You can't. And by the way, it doesn't even have to be a religious thing. Let's be honest. Doing things to bring yourself closer to the person you want to be does not have to be about God or whatever. If you're not a believer in that, you can still give up the things that are drawing you away from the person that you want to be. I mean, the human connection is everything. It is everything. It's why we're here. So I'm going to work on this and really give it some thought about what I can take away from my life or add to bring me closer to the person I want to be. Not to make me skinnier, not to make me prettier or whatever, because saying that I'm going to be the girl that puts on lipstick every day for 40 days will never happen. But I am going to work on my Cawfeetawk website. I did buy the domain, and as part of Lent, I am going to add something that brings me joy. And Cawfeetawk, this planet, brings me an incredible amount of joy. So I'm going to create a website for women who have no interest in contouring makeup or wearing like waist-sucking things. Just a website for real sort of middle-aged women. Well, the 25 to 54 demo. I don't know that I'd say we're middle-aged, but you know what I mean. We're not the young spring chickens. You're all like, speak for yourself, Jamie. Anyway, I would love to hear what you guys think about this, what you're going to add or take away, if anything, and sort of how you feel about sacrifice in general. I love you so much today. Have a great day.